What if the feeling of tired, heavy legs isn't just aging, but a signal your body's most critical delivery system is shutting down? That deep, lingering ache, the coldness that never seems to warm, the swelling that makes your shoes tight, these are distress flares from your limbs. Declining circulation is the silent thief of mobility. It operates in the background, a slow leak in the very system that fuels your independence. Ordinary walking, while beneficial, often misses the deep vascular channels that feed your muscles with life-giving oxygen. It's like watering a garden with a hose that only reaches the surface. The topsoil gets wet, but the roots below remain parched. When circulation starts to fail, arteries lose their youthful responsiveness, pressure drops, and the smallest, most critical pathways, the capillaries, close first. That's precisely where the numbness and that persistent, bone-deep chill begin in those microscopic alleyways of your anatomy. But what if you could use targeted, intelligent movement to forcefully reopen those pathways? The data emerging is compelling and, frankly, exciting. Specific, deliberate exercises can act as a master key, measurably boosting blood flow in minutes, reducing stubborn swelling in a matter of days, and restoring a forgotten feeling of stability and lightness to your stance. This isn't about grueling workouts or running marathons. It's about strategic physiological persuasion. In this video, we'll explore 5 powerful movements designed not just for fitness, but for direct vascular revitalization of your lower limbs. And stay close, because the second method we'll cover employs a fascinating physiological principle that can awaken dormant vessels, crucial for tissue healing and muscular strength. All referenced studies are linked below for your own curiosity. But first, I'm genuinely curious. Where are you joining us from today? Let me know in the comments. I read them all to understand who you are and what you need. Now let's begin with number 5, a deceptively simple move that jumpstarts circulation in a way most people never experience, yet it's hiding in plain sight. Number 5 is the progressive heel lift. This might look basic, almost too simple to be effective, but when done with the specific, deliberate technique I'll show you, it transforms into a powerhouse. Buckle, warp, circulating blood through your entire lower leg. Think of your calf muscles not just as motors for movement, but as a sophisticated secondary circulatory engine. So important, they're often called your peripheral heart. Every single time you lift your heel, you are engaging a natural pump mechanism. The secret lies in engaging the 2 primary calf muscles in a coordinated way that optimizes the tiny one-way valves inside them. Here's precisely how to harness this. Stand comfortably with your feet hip-width apart, your weight evenly distributed across the balls of your feet. Now, slowly and with control, rise onto your toes to a silent count of 3. This isn't a bounce, it's a deliberate ascent. Hold at the very top for 2 full seconds, and here's the key. Consciously clenching your calves as tightly as if you're holding something precious between them. Then with equal control, lower yourself down over a 3-second count, but crucially, never fully release the tension at the very bottom. Keep a microbend to maintain constant pressure. The progressive element is your path to improvement. Add just 1 second to your peak hold each week, working methodically toward a 10-second summit. This prolonged tension builds what's known in exercise science as metabolic stress, a positive signal that triggers your body to literally build new capillary networks, constructing new side streets and highways for blood traffic where there were once dead ends. Start practically with 3 sets of 15 reps, ideally twice daily. Do it first thing in the morning to counter the circulatory stillness of the night, and then again in the early evening to fight the fluid pooling that results from a day of sitting or standing. The profound beauty is in its accessibility. You can do this anywhere, while waiting for the kettle to boil, in line at the grocery store, or during a phone call. Many report feeling a distinct warming, tingling rush within minutes of completing their sets, which is the unmistakable sensation of fresh, oxygen-rich blood finally reaching areas that were stagnant and underserved. For an even greater effect, try performing it barefoot on a low step or a thick book. This increased range of motion activates more muscle fibers, leading to more pronounced circulatory improvements. Now, this next exercise changes the game by directly addressing one of the major plagues of modern life: prolonged sitting. The way it works to counteract this is both elegant and surprising, targeting a problem most of us create daily without a second thought. That brings us to number 4, the seated leg pump. While basic seated leg extensions are known for building quadriceps strength, combining them with a deliberate strategic ankle motion creates a brilliant dual action pump. This combo doesn't just work the muscle, it actively floods the entire leg corridor with blood, while simultaneously strengthening the often ignored tibialis anterior muscle that runs along your shin. This is uniquely key for combating venous stasis, the dangerous pooling and stagnation of blood in the lower legs that results from hours of immobility, something countless individuals do for 8, 10, or more hours each day. The magic is in the beautiful synchronization. As you extend your leg, you simultaneously pull your toes back toward your shin in a motion called dorsiflexion. This creates a milking action along the vascular pathways, moving stagnant, deoxygenated blood efficiently back toward your heart while pulling a fresh, nutrient-rich supply into the leg tissues. To execute this with purpose, sit tall in a firm, sturdy chair. Hold this fully engaged position for 3 solid seconds. And a powerful mental cue is to imagine you're trying to push a heavy, invisible wall away with the heel of your foot. Then, lower the leg slowly over a 4-second count. And this is vital. Maintain that strong ankle flexion throughout the entire downward journey. This constant tension prevents backflow and keeps the pump engaged. For maximum circulatory benefit, perform 10 repetitions on your right leg, then immediately 10 on your left. Repeat this for 4 complete rounds. This strengthens the muscles around the knee while improving circulation, addressing stability and flow in one move. And because you are securely seated, it imposes 0 impact on your joints, making it perfect even for those managing arthritis. For a greater effect, add a light resistance band. People often notice their feet feeling warmer and looking pinker after just a week. Now, the third method we'll explore uses a form of muscular tension that most conventional exercises completely ignore. The payoff for embracing this static challenge, however, can be a fundamental reshaping of your local vascular health. Reaching depth's dynamic movement sometimes cannot. This is number 3, the wall sit pulse. This technique combines a sustained isometric hold with a rhythmic localized pump to generate what exercise physiologists term a perfusion pressure gradient. In simpler terms, it forces blood under pressure into the tiniest, most distal capillaries that ordinary activity often can't reach, like sending water into the highest pipes of a building. Emerging studies indicate that this type of isometric muscle contraction can not only improve local circulation, but also contribute to healthy systemic blood pressure regulation. By holding the classic wall sit position, you create sustained, gentle compression on the major arterial pathways in your thighs. Then, by adding the subtle but rapid calf pulse element, you create alternating pressure changes that literally help flush and clear the vascular pathways, like wiggling a key in a stiff lock. To execute this powerful exercise safely, find a clear section of blank wall. Stand with your pack flat against it, then walk your feet out about 2 feet while simultaneously sliding your back down the wall until your thighs are approximately parallel to the floor. Your knees should form a 90-degree angle, and for safety, remain directly above your ankles, not drifting forward past your toes. Once you are stable in this position, which itself begins to stimulate circulation simply through sustained contraction, Begin performing rapid, small-range heel lifts. Push up onto your toes just an inch or two and immediately release, creating a pulsing motion at a rate of about 2 pulses per second, which research suggests is an optimal frequency for maximizing blood flow velocity. The combined effect of the sustained thigh contraction and the rhythmic calf pumping creates a cascade where blood is pushed through the leg's circulatory system in efficient waves, potentially reaching areas that have been oxygen-starved for years. Start with a modest goal of just 20 seconds if you are new to this. Throughout the hold, focus on a calm, steady breathing pattern. Deep inhales through the nose, full exhales through the mouth, to ensure the blood being mobilized is fully oxygenated. For those who find the full wall sit initially too demanding, an excellent modification is to slide down only halfway, or placing a stability ball between your back and the wall for support. After completing each set, be sure to stand and gently shake your legs out. Many report an immediate sensation of lightness and energy in their legs that lasts for hours afterward. Clinical research has shown that consistent daily practice of such protocols can lead to significant improvements in lower extremity blood flow on medical imaging, with some participants experiencing the complete disappearance of chronic nighttime leg cramps. The second exercise is so physiologically effective that its principles are borrowed from elite athletic recovery protocol. What could this powerful, gravity-assisted movement be? And how can it so profoundly influence your vascular tone? Welcome to number 2, supine resistance cycling. This involves lying on your back with your legs elevated, which immediately removes gravity's constant downward drain on your circulatory system, while the deliberate cycling motion creates a powerful, active pumping action. I sometimes call this the circulation resurrection exercise because it can bring feeling and life back to areas that feel dormant. It leverages a principle known as hydrostatic pressure reduction. Simply by being supine with legs up, you ease the heart's workload and allow blood to flow more freely. When you then add specific resistance intervals to the cycling motion, you can trigger the release of nitric oxide, a potent signaling molecule that causes the smooth muscle in your blood vessel walls to relax, dilating them up to 50% wider. Essentially, you're turning narrow lanes into open boulevards for blood traffic. To perform this, lie flat on your back on a comfortable surface like a yoga mat or carpet. Raise both legs into the air, with your hips and knees bent at 90-degree angles, as if you're sitting in an invisible chair that's been tipped onto its back. Ensure your lower back stays in gentle contact with the floor to protect your spine. Begin pedaling your legs in a smooth air cycling motion. But here is the critical interval that makes all the difference. Alternate between 30 seconds of slow, controlled, heavy pedaling, where you mentally focus on creating intense muscular tension as if your legs are moving through a thick syrup, and 15 seconds of rapid, powerful pedaling, where you move as fast as you can while maintaining good form. This interval pattern creates alternating pressure waves that maximize shear stress on the vessel walls, a key trigger for vascular adaptation. The fast intervals also promote turbulent flow, which can help dislodge and clear microscopic debris. Aim for a total of 3 to 5 minutes. Studies have demonstrated that such intermittent pneumatic leg action can increase peripheral blood flow by over 50%. Anecdotally, many find it alleviates symptoms of restless leg syndrome and significantly reduces the typical end-of-day foot and ankle swelling. You'll notice your legs feel invigorated afterward. The beauty here is its comprehensiveness and safety. For advanced practice, you can add lightweight ankle coasts, but the number one method stands in a category of its own. It is so neurologically and cardiovascularly potent that research indicates it can help improve metrics of arterial flexibility, challenging the notion that such stiffness is permanent. This is not just exercise. It's a form of neuromuscular retraining with profound circulatory side effects. This brings us to our most powerful tool. Number 1, the retro walk and fold sequence. Backward walking or retro walking immediately forces your muscles to fire in a novel, unpracticed sequence. This unfamiliar demand requires substantially more energy and neural coordination. Coupling this with periodic forward folds induces what can be described as a vascular flush effect, a gravity-assisted surge and redistribution of blood. Landmark studies from prestigious institutions like the Mayo Clinic have shown remarkable improvements in both blood flow metrics and arterial compliance in older adults who adopted backward walking protocols. To integrate this safely, first identify a clear, safe path. Stand tall with your shoulders relaxed. Take your first backward step, landing on the ball of your foot and rolling through to your heel. Take 20 of these deliberate, conscious steps. Coordinate your breathing. Inhale deeply for 2 backward steps. Exhale fully for the next few. Then stop and perform 5 forward bends. Hinge at your hips. During each forward fold, take 1 complete cleansing breath. This single, consistent habit can shock a sluggish circulatory system back towards a vibrant function. It dramatically improves balance and proprioception, enhances cognitive function. Start conservatively with just 2 or 3 rounds, always ensuring you have a wall, railing, or even a walking partner for light spotting if needed. Your confidence and balance will improve noticeably within a week or 2. I have heard from individuals who, after consistent practice, could walk distances that previously caused pain, and one gentleman in his 70s shared that his vascular surgeon was astonished by the improvement in his objective circulation scores after 6 weeks of this daily ritual. The true power lies in synergy. These 5 exercises, when performed consistently as a cohesive routine, create a compounded synergistic effect that can fundamentally transform the landscape of your leg circulation. They address the issue from multiple angles: the localized pump, the seated antidote to stasis, the deep capillary press, the gravity-assisted dilation, and the full neuromuscular reset. The best part is that the feedback is immediate and tangible. You can begin to feel improvements in sensation, warmth, and lightness in as little as 1 week of dedicated practice. Remember to stay patient and consistent, to listen to your body's signals, and to progress gently. Your vascular system is adaptable at any age. It simply needs the right, repeated stimulus to remind it of its potential. If you found this deep dive into circulatory health valuable, if it sparked a sense of hopeful possibility for your own mobility and comfort, please do like this video. That simple action truly supports this channel, Wines of Thought, helping us create more content that matters. And consider subscribing for more insights into living with intention, vitality, and clarity at any stage of life. Thank you for investing this time in your well-being. And as you move forward, remember this: your mobility is not a countdown you simply endure. It is a path. And with the right steps, it is a path you can actively walk back toward, one deliberate, circulation-rich movement at a time.